Match balls?
So the update from the ground,
See, here alaki.
KRCC has won the
Yes.
toss.
Yeah.
And they have elected to bowl first. So I guess KRCC recommends chasing here. I think that should be a good call. But we do have a spotlight today, player spotlight. We have Maulik Patel. Welcome, Maulik.
Hello Parthiv, how are you?
Thanks for joining us. So this is your not the first final. You played with Glads. You played with third KRCC. This is your third final. How is it different?
Different means, you know my team. We have worked pretty hard, and it's not usual guy who done it. Not like a Glad where we have all the talents. Not after like all the talents, right? It's like a team performance, like with batting, bowling, fielding, and that's what makes it different. And we played so many struggle games where
why am I
it's
not
like
able
easy
to
one-sided. That's what got us here right now.
Awesome. Yes, KRCC has been fantastic this season. It's one of the teams that we all recommended, that we all thought that it would reach the finals. Maulik, one other question. You guys won the toss, elected to bowl. What do you think is a good target for you to defend?
Good target, under 100.
Okay.
If anything comes, we'll take it, depending on the situation.
It's not coming right now.
The biggest target, I would say,
I can see it live. Here. You sure?
and the speeches,
The link that you shared.
I think it's bowling pitch as of right now. Then we'll see how it goes. Literally, outside is very, very
Let me check what that link is done. I can see live over here.
That's what I'm saying. If we stop the stream, it creates the new video.
Can you?
Okay.
I can check
So
the
this
link
says
again and
it
see
is
if that's
70
the right
to
one.
80 is what they're looking for to target. And just FYI for the reviewers, Maulik is the top batsman right now. So
Oh yeah,
India
it's a
is
different stream now.
Yeah, wait,
following,
wait.
and both of them
That's
are
why.
top today. 20
Oh,
runs between
so
them. Maulik, how does
different
it
link.
feel with the
You have to
top
send that
order
link
batting
out.
order?
Let me give you that link.
Let's not stop the stream.
Yeah, we'll not stop this. I will give you another link that will work.
because that's what I'm going to do, right? And that's what we do right now.
Fantasy team catch up.
Yeah, we'll not stop it now because it ends the stream. Hold on. It's just a different stream. It's still loading this information.
All right. Thank you so much, Maulik. Thank you for joining. Best of luck for the game, and I hope I see you soon.
Thank you.
All
See you
right,
guys.
All the best.
All right, so as you can see here, KRCC is doing their warm-ups, electing to bowl first on this pitch. The ground conditions are not ideal. There is still some wetness. There's still some sogginess in the field. I think.
Okay, I sent you the new link.
is a good
Can
choice.
you send that link out?
In the playoffs, I think it is anybody's game. I think Indus Thunders would be looking to put runs on the board.
Let me give you one in which the
KRCC
screen
on
is
the
also there.
other hand would be looking to.
Yeah, another link I
I
sent
think both
in the
both teams
DCL streaming one.
reckon
Share that
it's
link.
a 70-80 run score game. I'm sure for the neutral spectators, they would have more runs scored and more wickets. So let's see how things plan out. I think currently
Put it on Facebook and
a lot of
everything
grooming
and
going
check
on
if this is.
on the field.
Why the other one is not
So I
working?
think
The other one is not working.
and
We kind of ended the stream
the
after that, and now it looks like it creates a new link every time you go live. So there is a new string that I sent
right for them.
right now.
We should be
Yeah.
starting in another 5 to 10 minutes, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short break.
So probably we should not switch it off, is it?
Now, yeah, we are not gonna switch it off.
All right, we are back live, and I'm going to have fellow commentators Imtiaz Mohammed, Vaibhav Khanna, who are going to join us as well. KRCC are ready to go. The field is all set. The power play comes into effect the first 3 overs. They have a long off and a deep mid wicket. Vihar and Malik are patrolling the boundary. The 3 overs are going to be crucial for the Indus Thunders. The opening pair who has been so successful, Chetan Dushyant and Praveen Bangera, are starting for Thunders. I think they have been the backbone of Thunders. So a good start here would be something which they would be looking for. So right now I'd like to welcome my fellow commentator Imtiaz Mohammed. Imtiaz, welcome.
Thanks Pardev, and it's exciting to be here for the DCL 2021 finals, and I think it's going to be a very good contest between 2 powerhouse teams, and as we can see the proceedings there, we are just about to begin shortly.
All right, umpires are making their customary protocol, making sure that the balls for this game are rightly selected. So right now we have the tee balls which are going to be selected.
Hello
Let's see
everyone.
which balls.
Welcome to
I think
demo
there
of
is
Crick
definitely
Club's
going to be
Cricket League
some
management solution.
criteria
In this
around
example, we will
making
show
sure
you
that
how
the
to
balls are not
retire
too
a
soft.
bowler for an over. Matches being scored live
So,
using Crick Club's
the
mobile
captain is
app.
involved,
Let's
making sure
assume
that
the third
the
over
right
of New
balls are
Zealand
selected for
innings
the
is
game.
in progress.
I think the
and
umpires
Suresh
are
Raina
happy.
is bowling.
They've selected
4
those
balls
4
have been already
balls for the
scored.
game.
At this point, Suresh Raina
And,
decides not to continue bowling due to some reasons. So
about to get
score will
started.
click on edit icon next to bowling figures for current over. In new window, select change type as retire bowler. Please select bowler from player drop-down list, who will complete this over. In this case, is a match and click on done. Please continue scoring remaining balls for the over.
Yeah, that's
New bowler will be reflected in scoring app as well as on website.
Alright, for KRCC, to begin proceedings, it's going to be the trusted left arm seamer
This
Sahesh
completes
Watson.
demo. Thanks for watching.
Jasneet making sure that the field is right for him, the bowler and the... Jasneet has always been the think tank of whichever team he plays. His inputs are very, very vital. He's making sure that the field is right, spread out for Chetan. And I think we're about to get going with the first ball. And here goes Sahesh with the first ball of the game. Oh, beautiful line and length. He's picked up right from where he left in the semi-final. So right outside the off stump, left behind by Chetan. A lot of pegging going on. Right, another good line deliveries into the batsman. There's not much room given there. Can't do much about it. And I think we're going to see some really circumspect start. I don't think we're going to see the boom and bang in the first power play. I think keeping wickets is going to be the key.
जो बोलना है तो बोलना नहीं.
That was a beautiful ball, playing down the wrong line. I thought Chetan here, but again I thought it was an interesting decision from KRCC, winning the toss and bowling first. It looks like up till now I think Sahesh has got to a good start with his bowling, right on the money. And now on strike is Praveen Bangera, who has been a strong influence on the team this year for Indus Thunders. He's been carrying the team on his shoulders in the batting department, I think. So
Hello everyone, welcome to
here.
demo
Sahesh
of Crick
bowling
Club's
to
Cricket
Praveen
League
Bangera.
management solution. In this
Scored just one
example,
run.
we will show you how to retire a bowler for an over. Match is being scored live using Cricket Club's mobile app.
And
Let's
straight
assume
away,
over
Praveen is off the
New Zealand
mark.
innings is in progress and Suresh
Tapping
Raina is
over to the
over.
offside. I
4
think the
balls
fielder
have
was a
been
little
already
slow in
scored. At this
reacting.
point, Suresh Raina decides
And
not to
Praveen gets
continue
off the mark.
bowling due
The
to
first
some
run is
reasons.
always crucial.
So scorer
Any
will
batsman,
click
no
on
matter
edit
who
icon
you
next
are,
to
I think the
bowling
first run
figures
is
for
always
current
going to
over.
be,
In new
gets you
window,
off.
select change
gets the
type as
confidence in.
retire bowler. Please select
And
bowler
Sahesh
from
is
player
spot
drop
on.
down list.
What an
who will
over. What a
complete
start
the
for
score.
KRCC.
In this case,
1 over,
Azamesh Yadav,
first over,
click
just
on
2 runs
done.
off it.
मैं तेरे को 5 मिनट में कॉल करता हूँ.
And
Please continue
that's
scoring
pretty much
remaining
what was
balls for
expected
the
out of
over.
Sahesh. And as you can see from the start,
फिक्स कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? चल, ओके.
and as you can see from
हाँ, ठीक.
the way Indus Thunders
New
have
bowler
started, I
will be
think it's going to
reflected
be a
in
conscious
scoring
effort
app
to
as
keep
well
the
as on
wickets,
website.
have a solid start. For the second over, KRCC are going
This
to go with
completes
Tamim.
demo. Thanks for watching.
Tamim is an express fast bowler, so this is going to be a good contest. What do you think about this, Aditi?
I think this is a contest to watch out for. Obviously, one of the best bowling bowler in the league, Tamim Oni, with his express pace. Bowling to Praveen Bangera, who has been in tremendous form this season, like I mentioned. So this would be an exciting contest. So I think, as expected, putting to bat a little cautious here, Indus Thunders. The first over. This would be interesting. I think nine games going on here, in my opinion. So the first ball from Tamim Oni to Bangera. Oh wow! That's I think a very vital moment in the game here. Tamim Oni getting Praveen Bangera, and Praveen Bangera going very cheaply in the final when his team required him to play. What do you think about this, Pardev?
That was stunning, astonishing. I don't know what was going on in Praveen's mind. I think he wanted to just basically stamp his authority. The first ball Tamim bowled, he comes down the track, has a wild swing, and loses his off stump. I mean, this is something which is unprecedented. Praveen generally doesn't go with this wild slog. He's generally a guy who builds up his innings and then goes for the big shot. So definitely a conscious strategy to get Tamim's line and length off and basically take advantage of take that early advantage. So it's not paid off. Bangera's wicket is crucial for Thunders at this early stage. So again, now pressure back on Thunders now.
Yeah, KRCC draws first blood here, getting the
Hello everyone,
wicket of Praveen
welcome to
Bangera,
demo of
and
Cricket Club's
Tamim
Cricket
Oni
League
right on the
Management
mark.
Solution.
Very
In this
first ball
example,
wickets
we will show you how to
from
retire a
Praveen
bowler
Bangera.
for an over. Match is
Then,
being
like Pardeep
scored
mentioned,
live using
Bangera
Cricket Club's
trying to
mobile app.
outside the rhythm.
Let's
Maybe
assume
a
third
little
over of
bit
New
of
Zealand
ball
innings is in progress and Suresh Raina is bowling. 4 balls have been already scored. At this point, Suresh Raina decides not to continue bowling due to some...
crease, I believe that's their one-down batsman.
Hello everyone, welcome to
And
demo
this will
of
be an
Cricket Club's
interesting phase
Cricket
in the
League
game.
Management Solution. In this example, we will show you how to retire a bowler for an over.
Oh, what a ball to follow up after that wicket. I think Tamim Oni is right in the groove here.
Hello
Bowling
everyone,
immaculate line
welcome
and
to demo
and
of
to a new
Cricket Club's
batsman,
Cricket
it's
League
always
Management Solution. In this example, we will show you how to retire
Yes,
a
I think
bowler
this
for an
is
over.
a really
Match is
great
being
move by
scored
KRCC
live
to start
using
off
Cricket
with
Club's
Tamim
mobile app.
with
Let's
the new
assume
ball.
third
I
over
think
of New
first
Zealand
blood and
innings is
first
in progress and
initial start
Suresh
is
Raina
very
is
important in the
bowling.
finals.
4 balls have
And
been
straight away
already
the pressure
scored.
is on the
At this
defending
point,
champions.
Suresh Raina
And that's a
decides
close
not to
call.
continue bowling due to some
I think they're
reasons.
appealing.
So
They were
scorer
initially
will
appealing
click
for an
on edit
LBW. Now
icon
they're
next to
appealing for a
bowling
catch
figures
because
for
I think it
current
went
over.
straight off
In new window,
either the
select
foot
change type
or
as
it was a
retire
bat and
bowler.
pad. Now I think the
Please
third
select
umpire
bowler
is
from player
going to
drop-down
be closed.
list.
I think the
Complete
umpire
the
is
score.
referring to
In this case,
the
Azamesh
leg umpire.
Yadav,
Whether
click on
and that's
done.
given. Oh my God!
Please continue
What
scoring
a
remaining
disaster
balls
start
the
for
over.
Thunders. Unbelievable. That was something which they would never want in a finals. Two wickets in 2 overs.
New bowler will be reflected in
And
scoring app as well as on website.
That
It would be
was
interesting to see what decision was given here, whether it was an LBW or a catch. I think again
This completes
whichever way it
demo.
goes, I think it's,
yeah.
Thanks for watching.
it's a very important key moment in the game. Indus Thunders losing 2 quick wickets and Tamim Oni double wicket over. What a start! Like KRCC couldn't have asked for better start. So I think the umpires gave it as an LBW. So
Ooh.
and I think Yogi would be very happy with his decision to bowl first, getting the 2 wickets, early wickets in the very second over. I think this is just a great move, I think. So the over's still not over, so we still got 2 more balls to go.
First innings is
And this is only getting interesting from here. I hope there is some resistance from Indus Thunders here, because throughout the season I don't think their middle order has been exposed this early.
Yep, and yeah, I think that's something which I had commented in even in our primetime show, is that this is the exact situation which happened to India, if you remember, in the Champions Trophy final, where Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan was so dominant all throughout the tournament, and then the top order failed, and the middle order was completely exposed. They didn't have the experience to play the game. I think it happened even in our semi-finals in India and New Zealand as well. Rohit Sharma scored 5 centuries and then he failed. So I think this is a similar situation for Thunders now. I still think that Manoj Singh, his presence is now going to be the key. He's a big match player, so I'm sure Thunders would be relying on his experience to come through. But Tamim has been a revelation this over. Every ball that he's bowled, there has been oohs and ahs, and there's almost a wicket. Ooh, that was an inside edge which didn't carry to the keeper, went down the leg side. Difficult call. But like I said, every ball Tamim has bowled this over has been a wicket-taking ball. So Indus Thunders reeling at this moment in time. I think the score is still 2 for the loss of 2 wickets. I think this was a maiden wicket over. Great start for KRCC.
Yeah, definitely after 2 overs, I think KRCC is top wickets. And again, let's not
because we don't know
discount the fact that Indus Thunders has been defending champions for
Keep
2
that
overs.
app open.
So they know these situations, they revel in these situations, and they know
Dhoni.
they are very well experienced to come out of these kind of situations. So Sahesh Vasan taking a second over,
Is this on?
and right on the money, he's just bowling the correct line and lengths here. And obviously now that Indus Thunders is on a little back foot here, I think this is a good opportunity for KRCC to get some good overs and build the pressure from here on. So again, Chetan has been the other batsman who has been very consistent for Indus Thunders. So
Hello everyone, welcome to demo of Click Club's Cricket League Management Solution. In this example, we will show you how to retire a batsman during an innings. Matches being scored live using Cricket Club's mobile app.
Wow, I don't know what is going on in Indus Thunders dugout here right now, but it's surely going to be nail-biting and a lot of tension. 3 wickets in the span of 2 overs, 2.2 overs. That is, I don't think they have been in this situation before, so that's something which is going to be really different for them to now come out of this hole. And as the spectators are trickling in, I'm sure they must be really surprised with the kind of start they have. I'm sure everybody is expecting a big final, a lot of runs scored, but this is turning out to be a low-scoring affair from the way Thunders have been going. So the next batsman in is
as well as on website.
Shrikant Erwa, and just like I think he's the successor for
This
Indus Thunders.
completes demo.
Gopu mentioned in our show
Thanks for watching.
at 9 p.m. DCL primetime show that he's stepping down after this final, so that was big news, and Shrikant is going to be captaining Indus Thunders next
Hello
year.
everyone, welcome
this
to demo
is a
of
good
Cricket
opportunity
Club's
for him
Cricket
to
League
kind of
Management
cement
Solution.
his authority and prove
In this
that he's a
example,
worthy
we will
successor.
show
So
you how to
more
correct the
pressure.
bowler for an over. Matches
And I
being
think
scored live using Cricket
Another
Club's
close
mobile
call,
app.
but I think that's going a little on the leg
Let's
side,
assume
but
third over of New Zealand
umpire has
bowling
been
is in
having a
progress
doubt, and
and
again
Suraj Raina
the
is bowling.
leg umpire is being referred to.
4 balls have been scored
That was
already.
an excellent ball.
At this point, scorer
But I think it was going
realizes
down the leg side. What
bowler
do you
should
think?
have been a Yadov
I
instead of Suraj
definitely got
Raina.
first impression was going down the leg. Not sure
So
what the
scorer
down
will
in the
click on
first
edit
one is,
icon next to bowling figures for current over. In new window, select change type as correct bowler. Please select corrected bowler from player drop down list. In this case as Umesh Yadav. Click on done. Corrected bowler.
Yeah, and I always think that if the umpire has a doubt, I
website.
think it should not be given to the batsman. So the very fact that Venkat has to go and check with the leg umpire, especially in an LBW call, that means he's in doubt. And as we all know, that whenever there's a doubt, it should go to the batsman. So I'm really surprised that Venkat is referring to the leg umpire. I think it's the pressure of the game. He just wants to double check.
Yeah, well said. Again, in the end, I think it was a good call. The call when in doubt always goes to the batsman. So, Sayesh Washington.
Sayesh, even a full toss now is a difficult one.
So definitely, the Sunrise batsmen are under pressure. Definitely, at least this season, I don't think they have been in the situation where coming across a very good team, and obviously the final pressure is always there. So.
What do you think about the field, Imti? I think this is a great field setup which they have. The inner ring, I see 2 or 3 catching positions. So definitely, I think KRCC are attacking, and I think that's the right move. They have a short cover. Omkar is patrolling that. They do have a short mid wicket also. I think Ishan is there. So they have 2 catching positions, and I think they've got they're pushing out the gully back. So
I think this is a very attacking field, I thought, because usually we see a lot of patrolling on the offside.
That's definitely down the leg side.
Yep, that one going down the leg side and then going down by the umpire. So about the field, right, I think that's a move that the KRCC captain thinks, exposing the offside, showing that gap to the batsman, might entice him into the drive, and it actually worked with Chetan Dushyant. So score after 3 overs is 2 for the loss of 3 wickets. So
Back-to-back maidens from Sahesh and Tamim.
KRCC well on top here, definitely. Again, this would be a good opportunity for the Indus middle order also to step up and show that they are a champion team and they can definitely come out of such situations. Again, it's definitely not a one-sided contest yet. I would still think this is still an evenly balanced, even though Indus Thunder's lost 3 wickets here.
So KRCC attacking even further now. They have got a slip in place.
I thought that was a little high.
Yep, that was going a little higher. But that's a good move to give a slip to Tamim. The way he's been bowling, every ball has been there and thereabouts, outside off stump.
What do you think of the bowling attack for KRCC after these pair, after the opening bowlers?
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting call. I think that's going to be something which we'll have to see, whether they keep attacking with Jasneet. I would say that would be a good call, but then again they do also have Ronak, and he's a innocuous bowler who always gets wickets. So I think I would go with those 2 guys. Not sure in which order, but I think those will be the next 2 bowlers for me.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see who will be the first change up. But I think Madhu, the previous ball, I think the intent was very well executed. That is the way to go from here. Be positive, not boggle down, because the more you go into that phase or zone, then you'll be under tremendous pressure. So I think that was the right move there. Madhu has to play positively here.
I think that's sliding down the leg, and that's an extra. But good intention. I think he changed the pace, trying something different. With the batsman under pressure, I think you're likely to get a mistake there. So it did go wide, but I think that was a good move to change it up.
Tamim only just bowling his usual pacey stuff here, trying to not give room to the batsman. We have seen a lot of deliveries hitting the batsman's legs today. So
yeah, that's interesting. I think one of the reasons is the extra pace of Tamim. I think the batsmen are getting beaten with the pace. I mean, before they are able to kind of connect, I think the ball hurries onto the bat.
The thought process here from Tamim only looks to be right, but the execution is kind of missing because the 2 slower balls that he tried has gone down the leg side. So KRCC should not give these extras and relieve the pressure because they have built up.
That was a close call, another inside edge, but just missing the stumps. I agree. I think sometimes that happens with a lot of bowlers. As once you start getting wickets, you get into that overconfidence mode and you try something different to get a wicket. I think the advice would be just keep doing what you've been doing. You've been getting wickets with the ball, your stock ball. Why would you want to change and release that pressure? There you go, right on the money.
Positive intent from the batsman too here. Again, I think Madhu has been living dangerously. Couple of balls he has tried to go for the shots and missed it. But then complete opposite on the other two deliveries where he came forward, tried to defend the ball and get a feel of the ball. I think that is the way to go from here because
The score is 4 overs, 4 runs and 3 wickets. Just the 2 extras in this over. So runs are hard to come by off the bat. And I think we're going to probably see a bowling change. And I think as we were talking about it, I think it's going to be just neat. And that's the right move. I think that's something which I would have done as well. Just get the experience.
I would like to differ here. I thought maybe one more over from Sahesh could have been possible here. Maybe one more wicket here and then Indus would have been totally on the back foot.
Yep, I can see that. Yep, that's a gamble. I would say maybe another over for both the bowlers. I would say not just not just Sahesh but also Tamim. Or maybe they'll probably go with Tamim the next over because I think he's been spot on. And maybe another over of Tamim and another wicket definitely derails.
One of those two bowlers, maybe one more over. Yes.
And that's a first positive shot from Shrikant, and its outfield is really soggy. The ball doesn't carry over to the leg side. The first positive intent, 2 runs there.
And I think the first positive runs from the back, to be honest, since the beginning of the game. So I think a losing from Jasmeet here, the very first ball. Again, this is what we were also talking about, the pressures of after the first 2 bowlers. What is KRCC's bowling going to look like?
Another short ball and dealt with. A really awesome shot, a pull shot right off the back foot. The ball loops and stays there. It would have been a 4 if it was a dry outfield. Yep. But that's such a condition that the ball just plots there as soon as it falls. So another 2 runs, and just need not getting his length right. I think he's got the line, but the length is a little short, allowing Shrikant to rock back on the back foot and hammer it over the leg side.
Again, we have seen Jasmeet doesn't have the same pace that he used to. He totally depends on the length and line. And here, I think he got them wrong on the first 2 occasions. So
Yeah.
really careful there because I think relieving the pressure from here might cost KRCC. So they built the pressure. The first 4 overs was absolutely spot on. Just need to try to contain here. The outfield is not helping the fielding team as well. So.
And that was a close call. That was something which Ishan should have taken. He had it in his grasp. He went for the rebound. I think he purposely went for the rebound. I'm not sure as to whether he basically juggled with it.
I thought it was more of a reflex there. That came on quickly to him, and these kind of sometimes just stick or they don't.
Yeah, but I think he had 2 or 3 attempts to get it. But yeah, that would have been a great wicket of Shrikant. Another slow ball.
Good change of pace from Jasmeet, very well adjusted by Shrikant, I thought.
I think one of the things which I've noticed from Jasmeet, I think he bowls when he bowls outside the off stump when it's full. I think that's where he chokes up the runs, and I think what his intention should be to stop the runs. There you go. I think he has that immaculate outside the off stump. Yes, he might not get a wicket, but I think he can keep bowling that. I've seen him bowl consistently, like all 6 balls, literally there.
And it's always that the batsmen prefer whenever the ball is on the leg side to try to take more risks, but on the offside they will be very tentative and cautious, I think. And that was a good shot for 1 run there. I think being positive will help in this solution.
Absolutely, I think this is the final, and they have to put the runs on the board. Okay.
5 runs off it.
5 runs off it. I think that is something which Indus will definitely want to keep doing. 4 or 5 runs from here per over.
Looks like Satish will be the next change.
Oh yes, we completely forget Satish. And I've mentioned that in our show also. He's like most underrated bowler who I don't think anybody talks about. But to our viewers, he is the highest wicket taker.
Yes, I was just about to mention that. He's currently the leading wicket taker of this season, so obviously if you are at the top of the list, then you must have done something right, obviously. So
Right.
and when we talk about bowling for KRCC, we often tend to miss his name, but I think he's been a crucial part in the bowling department for KRCC this season, and one of the reasons why they're in the final.
Absolutely. I think they have the best bowler, they have the best batsman. Maulik on top of the batting charts.
That's a good point too. See, you have the leading run scorer and it's not a surprise that they're in the finals.
The power play is over, so they have one more fielder over to the deep square leg and deep mid wicket, so they have the leg side pretty much protected and still going on with the long off. Oh, Satish, that was a good ball, but that was a misfield, which again, this is every ball is releasing that pressure which they had in the first 3 overs. I think KRCC needs to make sure that this doesn't happen.
I think KRCC should not get carried away is what I'm thinking, because the hard fight that we played in the first 2 overs, those key crucial wickets, they don't want to give that away. Their advantage will be open this year. So again, all KRCC needs to do is just try to cut down the runs, and that should win the prizes for Indus Thunders. But I think Indus Thunders is responding well after the first 3 wickets. At least in the last 2 overs, they seem to be a little confident and trying to counterbalance the pressure.
I don't see Yogi on the field. Is he on the field or is he? I think he's their 12th guy. Sorry.
He's the keeper. Yogi is the keeper.
Oh, is he? Oh, I couldn't figure out. Oh, yes.
So that's another thing that again, in the semi-finals, he was keeping the entire duration. They do have a regular keeper in Abhishek Verma, and
Right.
he's not playing the game. So what do you think about that move, Parthiv?
That was surprising because I thought last game I think he batted really well. So they brought in a left-hander. Ishan is a left-hander, so definitely a move to maybe juggle the batting order, have the left-right combination.
That's a very good point you mentioned, because Indus Thunders have 2 very good left-arm spinners.
Right.
And maybe to counter that, they have brought in Ishan in this game. So
Right. And that's going to be another, when Thunders bowl, I think that's going to be that 10 overs from Jalaj and Sandeep are going to be the key. I think how KRCC batsmen handle them is going to be a real test. But first things first, I think Thunders need to put the runs on the board to even make a game out of it.
definitely, if Sandeep and Jalaj have to come into the game and have an impact, I think Indus Thunders need to have a decent score the first half. And like again, in the pre-team match interview, both the captains were talking about low scoring encounter, 70, 80, and Yogi was mentioning about 90, 100 runs. But I think that kind of looks the trend right now based on the current situation. That seems to be where we are headed to.
Yeah, but I think that's what it's looking like. I mean, the bowling has been tight. Yes, there have been these occasional wides. Oh, that was great running, great presence of mind. Great presence of mind by Madhu. As soon as he saw, this is another thing. Like again, Yogesh, an agile keeper would have stopped that, or maybe even stopped that single. This is where I think all those runs will make a difference.
Yeah, these are small things that might not come out in the picture, but again, these small things make a lot of difference. And I think it could have easily been made now for person.
Yeah, I think I would have gone with Ronak. I think with the wickets, the way they were going, I think Ronak definitely has a better wicket taking ability than Jasneet. Jasneet, I think I would use him more towards the end when when you have to really choke the runs. I think he does that a lot. And I think if this game goes till the 25 overs of Indus Thunders, you'll see him bowling those last 3 or 4 overs because he generally does that.
I agree to that fact. I would definitely like to see Ronnie bowling more overs, and surprisingly this season I don't think he has been used that much. He has played almost every game, but he hasn't bowled his quota of 5 overs with almost like 70 or 80% of the game. So that is surprising when you're picking a player primary role of bowling,
Right.
and he's not bowling his full quota. Again, 1-2 matches off days is fine, but I think you should use Ronnie up front. Jasmeet is a good option at the back end of the innings. It looks like Jasmeet is going to continue, so we are into the 6th, 7th over now. Just fishing outside the off stump there, Srikanth. And like Pardeep just mentioned, he's very good on the offside. When he keeps the ball in that zone, in that channel, I think this hit is very good.
Absolutely, I think this is what he should do. He should just keep taking that off stump line and keep frustrating the batsman. I think that's his strong suit. There you go. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. I think that's his strength. I don't think he bowls those magic balls, but he has this amazing ability to keep bowling that one line in length. One of the things I noticed is Omkar is not wearing the DCL t-shirt. So there goes a $25 fine for KRCC.
More money into the treasury.
Yes. I'm surprised for the final he's not got his official t-shirt on.
So that's hopefully the committee is making a note of it. So.
Absolutely, that's something which we are trained to watch.
There you go, the committee member has his hawk eyes on.
Yes, any stream of revenue we can tap, yes, that's what we've been trained to do. But I think, the shackles have been broken. Indus Thunders are now must be feeling a little better. I don't think they're completely out of it yet, but I think the runs are coming. 3 or 4 runs over. The initial burst from Tamim and Sahesh, I think they've got over that now, and I think this second pair is definitely easier for them to negotiate.
Yeah, I think the difference here is the pace that Tamim had. That was the difference in the first one. And adding to that, I think batsmen have their nerves settled down a little bit now that they have faced so many balls. I think now that the batsmen are settled, we could see some more stability in the innings, hopefully. So definitely KRCC will be trying to get one more breakthrough here, and in search of that is Jasmeet. And again, I thought that even in the 6-7 overs that we have seen so far, KRCC seem to be trying too many things is also what I'm thinking. Obviously they got those 3 wickets, but they could have just stuck to what they were doing, and too many variations is what I'm thinking in the very first 6-7 overs. That was close call. I thought I heard a sound there, but
Yeah, I think it was basically something which I think he brushed his bat on the ground. Wasn't a wooden sound, at least from here. Score is 14-7 for the loss of 3 wickets.
normally whatever nerves both the teams had would have been settled by now. 7 overs into the game. I think even the weather is now fully supportive.
Yes, it's great to see the sun out. I think that's one of the reasons which I think KRCC opted to bowl, is because they do feel with the sun bursting out, the outfield is going to dry a little bit. That will definitely help to carry some of those balls over to the boundary. So
definitely that would have been the thinking, because if historically we have seen that in DCL, any team in the playoff games, or for that fact in the finals, it's very difficult to make that call of chasing, because you always want to bat first, put the score and put the pressure on the opposition. I think this is a very good strategy, owing to the weather conditions and the field conditions. The outfield will not help Indus Thunders that much with the conditions right now. So I think Indus Thunders have to play really well to get the scoreboard taken. So Satish continuing his second over.
that's a great shot there. The first offensive move from Thunders.
Very good shot, but just for 2 runs.
But that's good intent. That's what they want. Some of those shots definitely. If you look at the dugout now, the Indus Thunders, you see some cheer, and I think the confidence is now getting more and more in the dugout, and I think that the positive intent is going to help. Excellent shot over the covers.
Definitely a positive intent, and I like to see that from Srikanth here.
I remember in the quarterfinals, I think, was it the quarterfinals or the pre-quarters? I think Srikanth played pre-quarters. Okay, yeah, he played a splendid knock, that 54. So he definitely has the batting. He's played in some big matches. So Indus would be looking. That's a great run.
Good shot and very good call.
Good call, early call, and they knew that Jasneet is not the fastest mover nowadays, and he did have to go over to his left side. So
That was well into the gap also. So that's
Yep.
good cricketing shot for Srikanth. And like you were mentioning, he definitely has the ability to pierce the gaps and play that long innings where we saw that in the pre-quarters. He scored a 50, which helped his team as well. And again, these two players here are those 1-1-2 players where they try to get those ones and twos on a regular basis. And I think that will only help Indus Thunders here. It looked like a close call, but I think the batsman usually was safe there.
yeah, I think it needed a direct hit from there. But that was difficult, from the distance or the angle which Ronak threw. I think that was always going to be a tough target.
Risky call, but I think Indus Thunders is doing it right here.
Yep.
Right now, just trying to steal those ones and twos and get the scoreboard taken.
Yep. Another similar shot, another misfield. I think Jasneet couldn't get down in time. Will they go for second? Yes, they are going for the second. Amazing running. Definitely something which KRCC is now putting their foot off the pedal. And another thing which I've seen in KRCC is like when they're on the top, I think things are going well with them. I mean they play really nice, but when things are not going well with them, I think that's where the character will start showing. Because I do feel they lack a authoritative leader. I think there's too many heads, and even now, I mean, if you see the huddle there, there's like 8 players there who are talking as to what next. And I think in a game like this, you need clarity. You need one person to tell you exactly what the strategy and the planning is.
Well, definitely, Parthiv, I agree to that because the true character of the leader comes out when things are not going your way. When things are going your way, everything looks hunky-dory, everything looks good. But in situations where against you, you're back against the wall, that is when the actual positions and the leadership comes out. And I think KRCC, again, it's still a relatively new team, group coming together. This is, I think, the second or third season that this bunch of players are playing together. So again, eventually it will be there, but I think in perspective of this game, I think like you mentioned, the pressure is being let off is what I feel too. Coming back to the topic, Parthiv, of the outfield, it's not only advantageous to the bowling team, I think it is advantageous to the batting team as well, because if you hit it in the gaps,
Right.
there is an easy point for taking. So
Yeah, especially in the outfield, I think some of the
like you just saw when it was hitting the gap.
some of the spots even now have puddles of water. So it's going to be interesting to see. I hope that there's no injury, but some of those close catches or catches which you would normally run and take, those are going to be tricky.
Yeah, so I think we are seeing a bowling change here. Ronnie coming into the attack. That's a good move, I think. Situation, I think KRCC really wants to get a wicket here and get back into the game.
And Ronnie is one bowler. He always has a plan. He always, even when I played with him, I was leading the Raptors team, so we played for a year together. And he's one bowler. He will tell exactly what he wants. So he's very, very, very clear in his mind, the kind of field he wants, the kind of ball he's going to bowl. And he generally packs the offside field because he gets those leg cutters going, and he generally wants people in catching position. And he has, even though he's not too tall, he does have a bounce which he extracts.
Yeah, so again, Ronnie, whenever he comes to bowl, there is always this chance of getting a wicket. No matter how many overs or how many balls he plays. Well, it is the very first ball, there is a chance here.
And what a nice catch.
From the heart. And we were just talking about it, how Ronnie always has a knack of picking wickets. And the very first ball he comes on the ball, he gets a wicket.
And that was such a nice trap. He exactly bowled the ball which he wanted to bowl, exactly at the field in the right position. And just as we were talking, we were testing the outfield of how damp and difficult it is to run. here we have the answer. It's not that bad on some side of the wicket, and what a catch that was. That was amazing.
Full credit for this wicket has to go to the fielder because the outfield is not as good as it looks, but I think that was a very good running catch from Nihar. I think this wicket has to be credited to the fielder, not discounting the fact that Ronnie again did that magic ball there, taking the wicket. Indus Thunders now 4 down, and I think that was a good breakthrough for them.
Yep.
Against the run of the play, I thought the wicket Indus Thunders were actually going along well, getting those 1s and 2s, but suddenly against the run of the play, there's a wicket.
And I think this is the point where I think the game is going to be decided. If Manoj Singh gets out early, does not play, if not all 25 overs, at least the 20 overs, I think Indus is probably going to get folded in that 60-70 run mark.
I'm surprised to not see Manoj Singh out there.
I think he's on, isn't he?
Sandeep has
Sandeep. Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I thought Manoj Singh would come in.
In both the seasons where Indus Thunders won, I thought Manoj played a very crucial role.
And he played up the order, so I'm very surprised. I think they are going on the back foot here. It's something which I think they're guarding against a collapse. They know that having Manoj back there just gives them that additional confidence. So,
in fact, again, throughout the season, I think Manoj has played down the order, so they do not want to disturb the batting.
And that is an amazing ball. That's an appeal for a caught behind. Yogesh is pretty confident. Yogesh is pretty confident. He is asking the umpire to refer it to
the sound looks like, and that's the confident appeal that Yogi Bhai came running with. So it could be a present after 2 shots.
That was a very, very confident appeal from the keeper, and he was almost pleading to the leg umpire, to actually refer to the leg umpire. And this happens a lot of times in DCL. This is something which we've talked about as well, as to whether the umpire should always go to the leg umpire. I think every team feels like they have a second chance.
I think that is a wrong motion, to be honest, because when you have an umpire with the best view, I think it's very rare that initial thought would be wrong. Indus Thunders have to be really careful here, not get carried away. They are on the brink of collapse if there is another wicket here, I think.
And I think these two people are the most experienced, the vice captain and the captain. So the onus is now on the Indus leadership to bail them out here. That's a great shot. That was a bad ball from Ronnie. Rank long hop, deposited outside the fence. 2 runs there.
Eventually it's a safe shot out of the fence for 2 runs.
And we've got Maulik's supporter in the field as well. And we've got 12 people in the field. Ronnie's Husky is in the field.
It would be interesting if Husky runs after the ball and he throws it. That's just a 1 run.
Now is moved.
All right, we're back. I think we had some troubleshooting. There was something which stopped us the stream. So, but I think we are loud and clear. And I think the score while you guys are away, the score is 26 for 4 in 10 overs.
And we didn't see any bowler being introduced in that time. Josh, who is the first bowler for KRCC. So Ronnie back into the attack. I think Srikanth has been playing really well so far. Out of all the batsmen that we have seen, I think Srikanth has been the more confident.
Yeah, and he's been keeping the strike, which is also a good thing. Because I don't think ever since Sandeep has come, he's had any strike from the last 2 overs.
That's an interesting point. He's been here for almost like 12, 13 deliveries now and he hasn't faced a single ball.
Yes. So he's definitely, Srikanth is taking all the pressure, he's taking the strike.
I think another crucial 2 overs phase here just before the break. I think that will be playing on the minds of the batsmen here to play for the break.
And Yogesh is standing up to the stumps. I think that is another thing which Ronak always likes to do. I remember keeping.
He wants his keeper up the stumps.
Yeah, and I think the reason is because he does have that leg cutter. So even though you might not go out of your crease and hit it, but you kind of lean and you could imbalance.
Again, very good shot again. I thought there Srikanth pressing forward and getting that one run.
And if you look at Srikanth's batting, he's not afraid to play the shots, and I think he's targeting anything short, anything on middle and leg. He's been using that big shot over to the leg side because that's safe shot. I think on the offside he's been circumspect, not taking too many airborne shots. And here we are, as we are talking about. So Sandeep is taking guard, I think, after 2 overs.
And there will be a lot playing on in his mind. Him being the captain, then also the 12-over break coming up. So too many things to think about here. Interesting 9 balls coming up, I think.
That was a confident start from Sandeep.
It's good to see. Though Indus Thunders are 4 down here, I think there is no lack of intent or confidence there shown by the captain.
And this final is going by the templated final approach. It's basically every final that I've seen. I've seen it pretty much the same way. Tight bowling. A lot of wickets falling, and just over Jasneet. That was a close call.
Again, I think the timing of the jump was not right.
Maybe, I think, yeah.
It looked too close to me.
Yeah, I think he could have timed his jump, or maybe even, gotten a little behind, probably to start off with, because I don't think it was hit too firm. I think it was.
Right, it stayed in the air for a long time. Looked like. So.
Yeah, I think Sandeep completely mistimed it. I don't think he was aiming for the offside. He was trying to go over to the leg side and just got the bottom of the bat.
Is your battery full? कहाँ पे आता है?
Again, very good over from Ronnie. I thought, still a ball to go.
Another thing which I would like to tell you about Ronnie is that even though he doesn't have like a pacey ball, for some reason his run up, if you look at it, is quite long, and that's one of the reasons why he tends to overstep a lot. More than I think we ought to see. That's an amazing shot. Oh, Sahesh put in a great effort. And he tumbled. I'm just making sure that he's not hurt himself.
I think the ball was well within his reach, and not sure if the dive or forward lunge was deliberate. Could have been the field also, but I thought he was well.
Yeah, for Sahesh's caliber, I think that was something which he would have expected himself to take, and he's broken his glasses. So I think that's exactly what we were talking about, the outfield. I think that part of the outfield is definitely tricky.
But nevertheless, I think a very brave attempt, brave try there to take that catch. If that catch had been taken, that would have been really good for KRCC. The outfield coming into play sometimes.
किशोर वापस वो लिंक भेजना लिंक नहीं सेम नहीं बीजू बोल रहा हूँ सेम नहीं चल रहा सेकंड लिंक where is the second link
DCL, there is a second link.
oh this one
Which Jagan sent forwarded.
Jagan
DCL captain's goal.
this one
So it looks like Josh is going to bowl the 12th over, the last over before the innings break. Sorry, the first half of the innings. I think that was an important phase of play, and that catch could well be a game-changing one here for Indus. If I think about the context of the game right now.
another brave shot from Sandeep and he's really upset with Srikanth. I think it was his call, and if Jasneet had gathered that ball, there was definitely a run-out chance. Because I think
well in the gap, I thought to the left of Jasneet, and there was definitely a signal. Not sure why Srikanth stayed back.
I think it was ball watching. I think he wanted to make sure that the ball crossed Jasneet. But
again, Srikanth could be playing for the break here, and he just on the non-striker then.
Yeah, but that run was definitely on. I think that's the reason why Sandeep was so upset at Srikanth.
And this is a good move. I think Tamim moving towards a little straighter here. Plug that gap.
That is a close one. That is full. That's a big appeal, and that's something again. The bats. And this is interesting. The appeal is is so unanimous, and I think that's something which KRCC does so well. They put pressure on the umpire to the point where the umpire has to go back and check with the leg umpire. I'm not sure as to what they're trying to refer to the leg umpire. I think
the action of Pana, I was thinking he was nodding his head and saying not out, but then he lifts his finger and Srikanth is out here.
That was a full ball. I think what they were checking probably is whether there was a bat. That's the only thing I can think about which Venkat could have helped Panna.
This is a very crucial wicket, I thought. Just before the break here, we were just talking about it, how important it is to not lose a wicket here. But I
agree. I think Sandeep is really mad. He's really mad at the umpire. I think, and I completely agree with him. I think LBW call should be left with the umpire. Every time I think the umpire goes and talks to the leg umpire, I think then that means he has a doubt.
And again, in some instances where the umpire absolutely wants to make sure whether there was no bat involved, I think it is okay. But again, these are the type of discussions that can go either way, I think.
But nevertheless, I wouldn't take anything away from the bowler. I think that was a great. I think Josh, he's a new kid, very young. He's got a lot of pace, and I think he's doing the right thing, getting it right up there. And this is it for Thunders. I think this partnership is going to be really crucial. Both extremely experienced players.
And some exchange of words. Not sure if it is something to do with the wicket.
I expect a lot more than what we've seen so far. I think both teams have done an excellent job of keeping their heads cool.
It's a very good forward press from Manoj, and I think going back to the point, Josh, I think new kid on the block, good line and length. He has got some pace, and I think he keeps it very simple, like ball wicket to wicket and with good pace. That's what he did against Srikanth, where he got that wicket. Again, a similar kind of delivery, but on the full. Manoj pressing forward and going for that drive, getting that one run. I think this is the last ball before the break, so
So one thing I think KRCC doesn't have is they don't have any spinners. So they have pretty much a medium to fast bowling attack. A couple of really good pacers in Tamim and Josh, and then everybody else is medium pace. That's a wide.
Wide call. Again, this is another good thing that I remember. This reminds me, I think KRCC has been very good on the extras front. They haven't given any. They had a couple of extras in the initial stages, but then I think the 3 extras so far. So.
And if you look at the extras, I think the first 3 of them were just experiments which went wrong. So it wasn't like something which was bad bowling. But yes, I mean, like we talked about, why experiment when things are going your way? So those 2 wides from Tamim were just extra runs which he was not, wasn't supposed to do anything different from what his wicket-taking line was.
Exactly, it did not derail them too much, not costing them, but I think overall it was.
That's a brave shot from Sandeep.
Shot from Sandeep, goodly there, easy too.
And that's one area of the field I think is safe. I think that's if you keep playing and keep plugging that gap, I think you always have 2 runs.
And that's the end of 12 overs, and we are at 35 for 5 in 12 overs. 1 over and Sandeep at the crease. Walking out for the break.
Give me. I will again try that couple of things.
Immediate. समझ में नहीं आता.
Mute both microphones.
If I do mute event sound, does it?
So that we can.
Pizza लो भाई pizza.
I
So
thought
that we
break
can
में
have
बात
real
करेगा
talk.
जी.
Can you guys hear me? So do something there. नहीं वो या
Hello. Yeah. Alright, I think we are good. Some audio difficulties here. After the break, Sahesh starting back over with a new ball.
It's been a decent start after the break. Sahesh coming back into the attack. And now Indus Thunders have to reset and start their innings back.
And I think this another 4 overs are going to be crucial. I think if Thunders are able to resist, not lose any wickets, keep the wickets intact, I think the last 8 or 10 overs can go at 6 and 7 runs an over. So I think the wickets are going to be key, especially this wicket. That was a beauty from Sahesh. His angle, right arm, left arm over, creates that angle which goes across the batsman. That was a beauty of a delivery, just outside off stump.
Yeah, again we cannot stress enough that how important this partnership is for Indus Thunders. And one thing that will be going in favour of KRCC is like Indus Thunders might be a little tentative and cautious just to get their sight in again after the break. So they should try to get some pressure. I think this is a very brilliant move. Tamimoni coming into the attack.
Yes, and while this bowling change happens, this is going to be another crucial bowling change. I think next couple of overs. Maybe I don't know whether they are going to go with Tamimoni for another couple of overs or just this over. So before we start the next few overs, I'm going to invite our fellow commentator Vaibhav Khanna, who's going to join us as well. Vaibhav, welcome.
Hello everyone, this is Vaibhav signing in, and we are right here. The weather is awesome. It was a little overcast in the morning and now it's bright and sunny. I can see the ground also getting dried up, and although it's a slow start from Indus, but they are slowly coming back. They are keeping their wickets, they are taking singles, just like that one. Awesome running, just finding gaps in between and trying to go on a recovery route so that they can get some score and not lose wickets in the next 4 or 5 overs. And I think from there onwards they're going to start their hitting.
I think what Indus Thunders needs to do here is like they need to see off Tamimoni and not lose any more wickets. So that will be the key here, because Tamimoni obviously always a threat whenever he's bowling. So Indus Thunders should be a little cautious here, not to lose any more wickets in the next 3-4 overs.
Yep, that's correct. I guess from KRCC point of view, they're trying to get another breakthrough. Especially they are looking, this is the bit. For them, it's the most dangerous partnership, Sandeep and Manoj. So they're thinking if they can get some wickets out there in the next couple of overs, they will be able to get Indus under about 80 runs. From the Indus point of view, they are just going to get done with this over, hopefully, and then try to take over some other bowler.
Definitely, that should be the thought process.
Okay, that's almost what a shot!
That's a brilliant shot from Manoj.
That's all the way.
Hitting Tamimoni for a 6. That is a brilliant comeback from Indus Thunders.
Amazing drive right over long off, and pure timing on that one. And it went right from the middle of the bat. He got the speed from the bowler, Taneem being a pretty fast bowler. And clean shot right over long off, big 6. And that brings the total to 43 for 5 now. And we are somewhere around 14th over.
I think that was a very good positive intent from Manoj Singh. Again, their most important batsman, I feel always. Manoj Singh has been a crucial part of the team. And that's the end of the over.
So end of 14 over, we are 43 for 5 over here, and looks like we are back. It did look like in the start when they were 7 overs 14 that it might end up being a low scoring game, but Indus coming, doing the right thing, and making sure they don't lose wickets in the next 7 overs, and now they're on the track to go for a big one. So what do you think would be a good score over here now?
Vaibhav, before going to that point, I think I'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsors for the finals, Mr. Diaz Thomas, Hanuma Grocers, Ready Creative Media. And while I was saying that, Parthiv is back here in the commentary panel, and anything to add about the sponsors?
Yes, we'd like to thank Diaz for sponsoring the food arrangements here. Hanuma Groceries also for sponsoring the pizzas and other refreshments here. And then we have Ready Creative Media, who's responsible for the live commentary, live streaming here. We will have excellent photography, which will soon be shared as well. So we'd like to thank our sponsors and appreciate the gesture.
So Sahesh back for his second over after the break. So looks like it's pretty clear from KRCC end. They are trying to wrap this up if possible over here, getting the best bowlers right now and hoping to get a couple of breakthroughs over here.
I think it's a good move after the break, bringing your main trump bowlers, trying to get a breakthrough here, because that will definitely put the Indus right on the back foot. They don't want any loose ends here, because KRCC should thrive in these situations and try to get the breakthrough.
Yep, I agree. I mean, 5 wickets already down. If KRCC can get 2 wickets in the next couple of overs, they might wrap up the whole team under 70 or 80. And that would be a pretty good target for them in the finals. Nice ball, edged, but a little wide of the keeper.
It's gone for a one.
And
That's gone out. Yep, that's gone out for a single DCL signal, which only DCL happens when it goes out of the dugout.
Parthiv scored 100 like that.
Parthiv scored 100 like that.
Yes, I score majority of my runs that way.
so
But that needs skills. Right. To get it right in between, outside the dugout.
short pitch ball, lovely shot right in the gap. This can go to the boundary.
Oh no, it's not.
It looks like it. Oh, and no, it's there.
It is, and it trickles over. So definitely, as we had predicted, I think Manoj Singh, big match player, is turning it on. And I think it was a mistake to not send him up the order. I think he should have been there after the first couple of wickets.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think Manoj is a kind of a guy who thrives on pressure. He is one of the most important players in this. Sorry about that lag. Anyways, yeah, he's because Indus really trusts on him. If he gets out early in the game, then there's a lot of pressure on other players. So that's one of the things I believe, Parthiv, that makes them makes him come later.
Two ways of thinking about it, right? One is you always want your best batsman early, and there's the other line of thought that you want to keep someone behind in case of a collapse. So it's always a dilemma for the captain as to what he should, what the game strategy is. But if you ask me, I think the big match players perform, and I think I would have wanted both Bangera. I think that was a good move to send Bangera up, but I would have wanted Manoj also to play a lot more overs. So I think, nevertheless, I think now with the wickets falling, I think Manoj is in quite early, and from here, I think the longer he stays, the longer he goes. So I think KRCC is definitely going for the kill. They know the importance of this wicket. So Tamim has been given another over. This is his fourth.
Yeah, I think looks like this might be the last attempt from KRCC end to get a wicket over here. They don't want to get Oni and Sahesh done with their 5 overs from here. So possibly we might see some crackers now. Next, starting from next over, looks like Manoj is already opening up. Okay, going down the leg. Straight to the square leg fielder. No run over there.
It's going to be interesting, and as I think I've seen KRCC bowl out most of the time, they generally keep Jasneet towards the end. So I'm guessing after this we might see Ronak and Satish or Josh. Yes, either one of the two. I'm not sure as to why Satish has underbowled himself. I would have guessed he would finish his 5 overs, but let's see if he opts for Josh versus himself.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, considering they lost 5 wickets, they're trying to get their strike bowlers in.
No, this is the right move. I have no second guesses about it. But who comes after this is going to be the question.
Ooh, looks like some kind of an injury happened over there.
Especially if they go wicketless, and I think that's what it looks like. I think Indus Thunders have been negotiating the bowling well right now.
Yep. Okay, so while we are having some delay looking at the batting scorecard, Chetan 1 of 7 balls, quite a not a perfect start, I would say, for Indus. 3 wickets, first 3 wickets going for 1, 1 and 0. In fact, the first 4 wickets going for 1, 1, 0 and 2. After that, there was some good partnership between Sandeep and Shrikant. Shrikant getting out for 19 of 36 balls, and Sandeep playing it a little safely over here. 21 of 6. 6 of 21.
Have they taken the power play by any chance?
I don't think they have done. They've gone with the second power play.
Only 2 fielders out in the deep, so it looks like they are definitely attacking, keeping more fielders inside. So that's the right move when you have your premier bowler bowling.
Yep.
You want the field inside.
Exactly. The goal over here is to for them is to take wickets. They want these guys to go for it, and maybe in that process give a wicket, give a catch. Nice run, glided.
Side, so putting pressure on the fielder.
Yep. Good partnership over here. Manoj already 11 of 9 balls, so looks like he's come up with an aggressive mindset. End of 4th over for Tamim. 10 for 2. Very good spell. Looking at
So I think they're bringing on Jasneet.
yeah, I guess they're thinking, yeah. So looking at the bowling figures over here, Sahesh 4 overs 8 for 1. Amazing bowling to start, and very good support from Tamim on the other end. 4 overs 10 runs 2 wickets, and I think apart from Satish Kaba, everyone has bowled really good. They have been under 3 runs per over. So just 1 over left of Sahesh and Tamim, and then you have Jasneet left with 3, Satish left with 3, Ronak and Jash left with 3 each. 10 more overs left over here. Looks like Jash is coming onto the attack now.
See, this is the thing. I think this is in my opinion, this is a mistake. I think with the pace which Josh has, I think Manoj Singh is going to like this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, at this point, I think Satish would have been a good choice.
Yes, I definitely agree. Or Ronak for that matter. I would say I would have opted for Ronak.
Okay, so Sar of 16th over. Aggressive shot.
Nice lift over the covers, over the fence, 2 runs. This is exactly what I was talking about. The pace is going to help them.
Yeah, I completely agree. With that, Indus is 51 for 5. So I believe they are halfway from their target score. They still have about 10 overs left, and they have good powerful batting going on from here. The wind is supporting. It's blowing towards the boundary, so there is a possibility Indus can still get 100 over here.
And I think the extra pace and the inexperience of Josh, I think those are both factors which are going to play. And mark my words, what over is this?
This is the 16th over, 15.2, 52 for 5 right now.
I think this over is going to make that change, make that switch over to Indus.
Yeah, I mean, if you take away the wickets, Indus is on a good part to get 100 over here.
That was a good one.
Nice ball, perfect length, no room this time.
But I think if you look at how Manoj Singh is targeting, he's definitely looking to swivel around and target that deep square leg ball.
Yeah, three fielders in the deep, I would say. There's a deep square leg, a long on and a long off. Long on being a little wide, but no one on the mid-wicket area. Another good ball. Nicely defended by Manoj. So Manoj 11 of 11 here.
Feeling a big shot is coming.
Yeah, I mean Manoj generally waits for that bad ball, and he just needs 5-10 balls to destroy the game. He's just gonna stay there for the rest of the time. Nice shot into the gap. Amazing square cut. Even though he was not given a lot of room, he was able to get that square cut into the gap. Easy single in the end.
From the looks of it, from what we can see here, it looks like the Thunder's dugout is definitely more populated than the KRCC dugout. So there's definitely a lot more supporters
on the Thunder side. Yeah. Nice ball to end the over. Brings us to the end of 17 overs. Indus 53 for 5.
So at the end of 17 overs, we are 53 for 5. I think Indus Thunder is slowly clawing its way back into the game here. And just looking at the batsmen to come, I think they have a good mix of players in Dinesh Pandeti, Vijay and Abhishek. So they definitely have some firepower that can accelerate. I think the key here is to not lose wickets in the next 2-3 overs, and then maybe that will give them a good launch pad for the batsmen to come.
For the last, if they still, I believe they haven't taken the power play yet.
No, they haven't. But I think KRCC have been basically manning two fielders outside. So even though they haven't taken the power play, they've been playing in power play for most part of their innings because of the pressure they have.
Yep, I agree with that.
So just need in the attack.
Good comeback by Indus, I would say, after losing 3 quick wickets. That's what Indus is known for. I've seen them so many times coming back in the later part of the game. They still have a few good hitters.
That's true. But in hindsight, I think Kareem and Sahesh bowled an over more than what was needed at that point. Again, they were in search of wickets. But now they are only left with 1 over each for Sahesh and Kareem. That's a wicket. Manoj has been cleaned by Jasneet Singh here. That's a very crucial wicket, I think. Against the run of the play again.
That's gonna be a big blow for Indus.
That was an inside edge onto the stumps. Again, not a way that Manoj Singh would want to get out, but that was unfortunate for him, I would think.
Yeah, again trying to square cut on the gap between point and covers, but again crammed for room, and this time the lack of speed, I would say, resulted in an inside edge right onto the wickets. So another wicket down for Indus. Things not looking good over here. They do have their big hitter coming in now, Dinesh Pandeti. I'm not sure if he's gonna go from ball 1. Still have 8 overs left in the game.
Again, I think KRCC just got the breakthrough right at the key moment here. When we were just talking about Indus Thunders settling down and giving the launch pad for their batsmen to follow, but I think that wicket came in right time for KRCC.
Yep, and surprisingly it was not their strike bowlers but their most experienced bowler that got them the breakthrough.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's one of the things that always comes out in this finals, that experience matters.
Yeah, this is where experience matters. You know, in the league games you can have good talented players scoring a lot of runs, but when it comes to finals or knockouts, it's the experience that matters, because temperament gives you more points over here.
And we were always talking that Manoj Singh likes pace on the bat, so I think this was a good move by bringing Jasneet, who doesn't have that pace. And I think that's exactly what got the breakthrough for KRCC.
Yep, completely agree.
And
So
Jasneet
back.
is keeping with his templated approach outside off stump.
Yep. So very experienced contender or campaigner, Jasneet Singh.
Yep. That is a close call, but I
that
think
was
it
a
was
bad.
the bat. Yes.
Yep.
That was full, and if it had not been the bat, that was going to be a close call.
Yeah, again you can see speed is the issue over here. He went through his shot early, and the ball came a little late, and that's why at top edge he was already done by his shot by the time ball reached him. Slower one.
What a ball!
Ooh. That was a very good ball. If that was going towards the wicket, it could have been another wicket for Indus over here.
तो यही mic use किया.
ऐसे इसमें आया क्या? ऐसे ही रखते हैं तीनों जन.
Can you hear all three like this?
The mic has good reach. Check the score here also.
That's a wide ball, I think.
Definitely a wide, but you can see what Jasneet is trying to do here. He's trying to bring the pace into the equation, varying his ball, varying his pace.
Yeah, very smart bowling. I think speed is something that Indus will miss in the last few overs.
One of the things I always wanted to ask, if a bowler grunts while he's before he bowls, is that something which you can call? What a shot! Over covers.
Personally, I feel it's kind of a good thing. It's something we should not stop. It's playing with the mind of the batsman, and that's what cricket is all about. I think his main goal over there is he's trying to show he's gonna bowl fast, and he comes back with a slower. Even though someone believes it's a slower, just that grunt sound in your mind makes you believe that the ball is gonna come a little faster.
Yeah, but if I'm the batsman, can I just basically move out, not face the ball, basically have it a dead ball every time? I mean, if the bowler does that, I've seen that happen. I remember Jason Gillespie used to do that. He used to do that flying helicopter thing, and I think a couple of times batsmen had just moved off. They didn't want to take the delivery.
Yeah, it's definitely a questionable thing. A grunt is something you can have when you're bowling, right? Because you're trying to put power.
I think the timing is key here, right? Because if the ball has not been released, then the batsman obviously has the time to move away. But if it's during the action, then I think it's very difficult for the batsman also.
Yeah. Low bounce, but good shot into the gap behind point for another single. Over there, that brings us to the end of 18th over. Indus 18 overs, 56 for 6 now.
I think Sandeep Gopu will play a key role here. I think he has to stay until the end of the innings because batsmen around him can do that hitting job for him. I think he should be the pivot here, and the batting should revolve around him.
Yep, agree.
He has the experience, he is the captain of the side, so obviously him being in the middle will definitely help Indus Thunders.
Looking at the leftover batting, we have Abhishek, Jalaj, Verma and Vijay left.
Vijay Verma, I think they've tinkered with the batting order. I think Vijay Verma, Verma, whatever his last
Verma
name is.
Yeah.
He generally comes in up.
They still have some batting. They have Vijay, they have Verma, and even Abhishek and Jalaj can give them some runs in the end. So
I'm not sure about Jalaj, but I think all the other three batsmen are like proper batsmen, and they are capable of getting some runs for the team.
Yeah. So that's the strong line. That's the reason why Indus has always been one of the top teams in the last few years. They have a very deep batting. So even though they are 6 wickets down, they still have the batting power to hit in the end. Fielder coming in from the leg side, no one deep on the leg apart from a wide long off, and there is a 45-yard cow corner fielder Maulik standing over there. Looks like it's gonna be a preemptively offside bowling. Nice ball to start the over right in the block hole.
Pata nahi distance, whether that makes a difference. So I think Josh has been given the second over. I think the first over went really well, apart from the first ball, which I think was a long hop. But ever since then, he's been bowling well.
I think this is a good move because new batsman is at the crease. Again, Dinesh, we cannot discount him. He also likes pace and he can go for those big shots. But I think right now, they're in a rebuilding phase. They'll wait until 20 overs is what I'm thinking for launching their attack.
Yeah, I think at this point what they're trying to do is they're trying to take the pace off early in the game, so that right at the end of the 4 or 5 overs, none of the Indus batsmen have that pace to work with to hit those big ones, because that's something Indus really needs, and that's something KRCC want to take off in the last 5 overs. Do you think it's a good
I think
step.
it's a good. I think it's a great step to go for the kill. No second thoughts about that. But then, if wickets don't go, and if I was Sandeep Gopu, I would have basically, I would be thinking in terms of who's left to bowl, because they do have. I think they're going to be KRCC are going to have the last 5 overs between Satish Gaba and Ronak Patel. So that's going to be interesting. What
Big
a
heave
shot.
towards the leg.
Oh, he slipped at the last moment.
Yeah,
He was going for the catch.
that could have been a catch. However, he slipped while running for it.
And knowing Tamim, I think he would have definitely taken that.
I think
Yeah.
that is Prajwal.
Oh, Prajwal, okay.
And he's no less than Tamim. Like he's
Yeah.
a very
No, he's a
good
very
fielder.
good fielder. I
Yeah.
agree.
So he was going full throttle and then he slipped.
Yeah,
And then he had to stop.
shows that the outfield is still pretty damp.
Yep.
So it's kind of either going to be big hits or singles or doubles. Really nice tight bowling again. After the wicket of Manoj, we have only seen 5 more runs in 2.5 overs. So it looks like KRCC has put the brakes on the batting run rate again.
But if you look at the again the setup of the fielding, I think there's a conscious effort to make him keep playing, making him play here over to the offside.
On the offside, yeah.
Yep. So
They hardly have any fielders for Sandeep on the leg, so they are preemptively bowling him onto the off stump or outside off stump and keeping a very strong off-side fielding.
That's
However,
good.
on that
I mean,
occasion,
yes, all this depends on the bowler's execution. So yes, the bowler has been responding also well. He's been keeping the ball outside off stump, and that's how the field comes into play. So
So I think we are at 19 overs now, and the score is
59 for 6.
So I think they'll have 4 overs which they'll have to figure out between Satish Gaba, Ronak Patel and Jasneet. Jasneet, how many
no.
overs?
I think
does-
Jasneet has 2 overs,
Two
and
overs,
Tamim
okay.
and Sahesh
There's
has
4
1 over
overs.
each. So 4 overs there out of the 6.
Yeah, they both low.
And then I think they just have to figure out 2 more overs from Jash and Ronnie. But I would try Ronnie more than an over for sure,
Right.
if it's not the power play. So Jassi is back into the attack, bowling his 4th over.
And the way Sandeep has been batting, he's been opening up his stance and trying to go over to the offside. So that is interesting how he plays Jasneet, because I think Jasneet is going to vary his pace. And there you go. The first ball was a slower one. And you got
That's
the
an
inside
empty-
edge.
That's an empty leg side field. Even though the outfield was slow.
So this was exactly like, why wouldn't he play on the leg side? Like this ball he could have easily flicked off his legs, and now he's bringing for Dinesh. They've strengthened the leg side. They've got deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on and long off, both.
Again, that's just the credentials of the batsman there. Dinesh Pandeti is known for his big hitting. So obviously just need to want some protection in the boundary there on the leg side.
And I think that's going to be one of the key things. If Dinesh gets a couple of hits and bolsters the score to 70-80, I think that's going to definitely put a lot of pressure. That's hit in the outfield. The fielders are deep. He slips. And that was a very good effort by Prajwal.
Again, the intent there was absolutely mind-blowing, because the fielders know that the outfield is not good, but they're not hesitating in giving their 100%.
Absolutely. I think that intent stopped that second run. Even though he slipped, he fell over. But the fact that he got to the ball so quickly, I think, stopped that second run
When
from
the
coming.
bowlers are backed with such fielding, I think that gives immense confidence to the bowlers as well. So I think that was an absolute piece of fielding.
So I will be very, very surprised if they don't take the power play now. Because with Dinesh in and Sandeep in, I think this is the last pair who can really take advantage of especially Dinesh. So right now with Dinesh, I think they have 4 fielders on the boundary.
But
And
like
with
I was saying, I think they are just waiting for that 20 over mark, which is this 20th over. After this over, I'm pretty sure they are going to go for that power play.
Yep, I think that may be true, that they're waiting for this over to go, and then maybe, I think the idea would be to get Dinesh some balls before he starts going.
it'll be interesting to see how the power play goes, like which are the bowlers that are gonna bowl in the power play. Because again, to the fact, if you're finishing your main bowlers in that power play, you have 2 more overs left.
Correct.
After the fact.
And that's the gamble I think KRCC is ready to take. Is basically they want wicket. I think according to them, I think if they can get the wickets, they stop the score. So rather than taking the game deep to 25 overs, they want to kind of stop the score right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Runs only will be stopped when the wickets keep falling. So if the wickets are there for Indus Thunders, I think they are definitely gonna get at least another 30 runs in the 5 overs.
Yeah. So I think that's what Sandeep should be thinking. Wait for the overs. Wait for those
slow
overs.
ball from
And that's an appeal, albeit a afterthought. I think
it looked like a big daylight gap between bat and ball, but I'm not sure why Jesse went for that appeal.
And all the fielders, I think, just followed him. But I think that was a very, very like an afterthought. So I think this match is living up to its expectations as both captain and predicted. 63 for 6. I think that's a leg spinner. Wow, that was out of the ordinary. Just needs bag of tricks
for you.
Just needs bag of tricks. That was Shane Warne kind of leg spinner.
But I think this is the key moment here. Like I was mentioning, end of 20 overs, score is at 63 for 6. And I think now Indus Thunders have the full license because they have 4 wickets left. They have Dinesh at the crease, and like I mentioned, Sandeep.
Yeah, but I think I think for Indus, I think one person from this pair should stay over to the five overs. I think the strategy should be have one person go after, and then Sandeep. I think from this pair, I think Sandeep should stay till the 25th
exactly
over.
My thought too. Sandeep has to play until the 25th over, and the rest of the batsmen revolving around him.
So what do you think the target should be in Indus' mind from here?
I think it's still 85-90 is what I would be targeting. Anything above 85-90 would be a bonus as far as if I was Sandeep.
So based on the remaining overs and the bowlers that are to bowl those overs, I am thinking Indus will target for something 100. Psychological advantage if you cross the 100-run mark, definitely. So I think 37 runs you need from here to get to that 100-run mark. So it will be a difficult task, but I think it's not impossible with the players to come.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, if they're taking a power play, and that's why I think the change in the strategy of KRCC bowling as well.
Only coming in for his final over here. Oni, Sahesh and Jasneet all left with 1 over now.
So yes, that's the power play called by the batting team, and I think that's the reason why Oni is brought in. So I'm guessing Oni, the power play will be Oni and Sahesh and probably Jasneet.
Jasneet, yeah. And then they have the last 2 overs between Satish and Jash.
Jash, yeah.
Hopefully if they get a couple of wickets over here, then this plan would work. But in the scenario, Indus don't give the wickets away. They do have the last 2 overs to go full blast.
Right. And that's how they should be thinking. I mean, they should be thinking smartly, not go after and
that's a brilliant shot.
Wow!
The
very first ball, using that pace, the ball was angled right in the slot, and he just picked it up. He just basically massacred that ball out of the. Did it go out of the?
Yeah,
oh my God, that is out of the park.
Over the fence, huge 6.
Huge.
Yeah, fielder just watched it, sailed over his head.
So
yeah, if Dinesh plays this couple of overs, I think the score will. 100 plus is probably even possible. The way he generally goes about it, if he gets these hits.
I think it was Tamim's pace that made this shot possible for Dinesh because absolutely he got that shot right in the slot and he just went for it. So
yeah, he just clobbered that one.
That's a very good start for the power play, guys. Hoping to get some more big hits here from Indus Thunders.
Yeah, as commentators over here, we're looking for an interesting game.
Yes, I think 100 would definitely make it interesting. Definitely would be a good chase. And again, just like how the batting for Dinesh, I think his bowling will now be crucial.
Yes, because once you get runs under your belt, I think that shows in your bowling as well. So that confidence going into the second half with your bowling.
And I've always mentioned, I think going into the second inning, if you're always going to go with your shoulders dropped, that definitely will impact your chase. If KRCC go into the dugout with a high, getting Indus all out, versus Indus Thunders,
8
down, 9 down, and 110 plus, and with Dinesh giving few more hits, I think that psychologically will make a huge difference.
agree with that.
So I think the first target here for Indus Thunders is that 100 plus runs.
Yeah, they're already 69.
So change in the field. They're going with a long on and
That's
deep mid
a very
wicket
good
now.
comeback from Tamim.
Amazing comeback. What a ball right in the block hole. No chance for Dinesh to hit that one anywhere. So the two fielders on the deep now are long on and mid wicket. Nothing on the long off and nothing on the deep square area. It looks like he's going to ball more on the straighter.
Great shot, and that would have been an easy stop, but pressure now starting to roll over to KRCC.
Yeah. Misfield. After such an amazing start, KRCC seems to have lost their way over here.
And
A little
that's
bit.
what the experience is. I think Thunders have played 3 finals. KRCC is their first final, so definitely I think that will play a big advantage to Thunders. They know how it's to be done.
Yeah. I mean, I've personally commentated 3 out of their 4 finals. Taking away DCL, I'm also talking about the FCL Championship where the team is called F150, and I've seen them always start slow and then come back hard.
Is that a no ball? Oh, that's a no ball. That's a free hit and a freebie. And
freebie for
like
Sandeep.
you can hear, the dugout is getting more and more exciting. Thunder players are now feeling that they are in the game.
So, are we gonna get a 6 or a 4 this ball?
Sandeep
I think it'll be a
would
single run.
I would have liked to
But
see
but
Dinesh
the
on
interesting
strike.
thing is they changed the field just before this ball. They got the offside packed and they left out that fielder over to the long on. So they brought long off in. Now let's see if Sandeep can take advantage of that. And he does, but not as much as we
That's
thought.
2 runs,
Still
though.
2 runs.
Still a
I
good
think even
shot.
though it's a 2 runs, I think the
Yeah,
intent
as you
there,
can
I
see,
think
you
that
can hear the
pressure-
psychological pressure now shifting.
Yeah.
The first over of the power play being very eventful here.
Already 10 runs of the over, just 4 balls. And this being the strike bowler for KRCC, it definitely is an emotional blow rather than.
Yep.
And if I was Indus Thunders, I would be a little cautious here to not get carried away. Again, getting runs is the primary goal here, but keeping the wicket also is important because Dinesh can prove very handy if he's.
And just like you cursed,
That's the commentator's
Imtiaz curse, the famous Imtiaz curse.
I think I've done this second time today already. So
But yeah, to be
Right
honest,
there.
that's a stupid shot. I would say that is really something that was not needed.
Yeah, I mean, Sandeep being Sandeep, he should have still kept on rotating the strike and let Dinesh take care of the hitting over here because now all we have is hitters.
This
left.
exactly played into the hands of KRCC. This is exactly why they wanted Tamim to come in. He picked up that crucial wicket. That right there, 10 runs off the scorecard.
but I think at least if you look at it the positive way for Indus Thunders, Dinesh is still out there.
Yep.
Yeah, and they still have good batting. So Sandeep gone
Things are
for
hotting up in the
80
middle.
18 runs of 40 balls. Very crucial innings, I believe, from him, right? So right in the middle, I see Shrikant and Sandeep doing the job for Indus, and then Manoj chipping in at 12. Dinesh already on 10 over here of just 9 balls. So who do you think would
What do
come
you?
next?
I think Vijay is already in the ground, but do you think it is a correct move considering Abhishek also was still yet to come?
Yeah, I think they've underutilized Abhishek a lot. I don't know whether it's because of his fitness or what is the issue, but he used to play. I remember when he used to play for, I think, Spartans. He used to be a top order batsman, right?
He used to be in the top.
So I'm very surprised that they don't think that he's at least a middle order batsman. Vijay Verma, I've seen it. I think maybe it's because of the power play that they've opted for that.
I definitely think it's the power play that made this decision. So obviously we know Vijay also can hit the long handle here. So
That was a good ball from
Left
Oni,
side,
right
straight to the
on the
fielder.
money.
and I think that's the end of Tamim's spell.
I think he's
We
picked
can
up
bring
3
up the
wickets.
bowling
Yep.
figures for Tamim. 5
End
overs.
of Tamim's 5th over, 20 for 3.
5 overs, 20 for 3. That is a good spell, especially getting the crucial wicket of Bangera at the top.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you
that
leave
was.
that 6 apart, it's 5 overs, 14 for 3.
Actually, he got hit for
yeah.
2 sixers. So remove those 2.
Oh, he
sixes.
has 2 sixes. Wow.
Yeah, he
Okay.
got hit for 2. So apart from that, he's been pretty on target.
Outstanding.
Oh yes, Manoj hit him. Yes.
So I think he has done his job. Tamim, I think he
Absolutely.
has done his whole.
And his batting is going to be the next big thing that he will contribute, and he plays exactly like the Dinesh Pandeti. So it's going to be a
That's a
one-on-one
very strong, aggressive
contest.
batsman.
And now Satish comes in. So
So bringing Satish in power play, what do you think about it?
I'm not very sure. I would have still opted for Sahesh,
Yeah, I think
especially because of Dinesh.
so. Yeah, between Oni and Sahesh, I would have also opted Sahesh because
Because a wicket here, especially of Dinesh, I think that then they'll probably not even need to go to the 25 overs, right?
Yeah, if you take one wicket over here, I
Yeah.
think there could be.
I think this is defensive thinking from KRCC is what I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
They want to have their bowlers for the 25th over.
Yeah, they're trying to save a few for the last couple of overs. I think they believe that Indus is going to go.
And
through.
that's a
Big
huge
heave
shot.
right in the gap in
And
between.
that's gone for a boundary. That was the old-fashioned slog outside the off stump, and he picked it up and he deposited
Yeah,
it.
but what a shot! He split between two fielders right.
Yes,
like
there
those-
was a long on. Yes, a long on and a deep mid
mid-wicket.
wicket. Yes, and it went right between them.
This is exactly the gamble that we're talking about, and
Yep.
not convinced with Satish coming.
Yeah,
onto the bowler's
that is something I would have definitely opted for Sahesh, with his experience, with the angle which he would have got. And
Another
that's
heave,
another
this
big
time,
one
long
from
one, and
Dinesh,
that's
and
a
that's
six.
carried. I think that's carried over. Yes, the umpire is still checking with the fielder, and it is a 6. Oh my God!
What a shot!
Just like that, the game changes, the game switches.
10 runs in the last 2 balls, guys.
Wow.
Brings the total to 83 in 21.2. Now, what do you think about this bowling
There's
change?
definitely, I think this is a big, huge gamble, which I'm not sure as to how and what went behind the thinking.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been an amazing bowler if there were fielders on the deep because both shots were barely into the boundary.
Right.
But with just two fielders and so many gaps, it's easier for the batsman to pick his gaps and go for those shots.
And I think perfectly used power play. You know, basically they got the power play to the batsman who actually uses it. You know, I mean, even a miss hit is going to go in between the two fielders.
And with the outfield being like this, even a miss hit between
Yep.
the fielders can help.
Ooh, that was a full toss. That was another 6 which was coming.
Oh.
Tried to hit it too
Thanks,
hard,
Dinesh.
probably.
Yeah.
Dinesh missed out on that chance.
Yes, that was a rank full toss which would have been deposited in the Novi Public Library.
Yeah, I think Satish needs to think a little bit. He's just going through the motions now.
That's pressure,
Should take his time. Still an opportunity with Dinesh trying to be super aggressive. He can take that wicket.
And that's a good slow delivery, I would say. Didn't get the
Yeah,
timing
right
right
over
on
the
it,
keeper.
but safe shot.
Still safe,
Yep.
considering DCL.
I think Dinesh, he is playing a blinder here, to be honest, because
Yeah, these 20-30 runs are going to be the big change. And as I said, the momentum shift now that Thunders has
Yep.
is going to make a big difference in how they come out and bowl.
Yeah, Dinesh already 21 of 13 balls.
Wow.
So amazing innings by him.
Let's see if Vijay can match.
I'm sure he's.
I think the
gonna
way
go
he's
after
standing, he's trying to. Oh, that's
What
a
a
huge
shot,
swing
another one
again.
in the gap.
And as I said, it's power play, so any bite on the ball you get, leg side is freebies.
Yeah, big gaps on the leg side, and even though Satish would try to ball on the offside, with his speed, it's easy
Yep.
to heave it on the leg.
And with the mindset they're basically just going to go for the ball. So
And every time the ball is going into the outfield, the fielders, there's a chance of, there's risk of injury there.
Yeah, it's.
so how many?
field is still
13 runs
down.
all of the over so far?
I believe so.
Yeah, 6, 4, 1 and 2.
Yeah,
13 runs, big over.
5 balls. Slower one.
That's a good one
Into the
again.
gap.
Can they
I
go
think
for the
they should look
second?
for two. They should look
No,
for two,
Vihar
but
is pretty
it is a
good.
Just a
defensive.
singer. Yeah, I think both Vijay and Dinesh trust on their power and really don't care about singles and doubles, especially
Yep.
at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
But still, every run count at this point. I think they should have gone for that second because the fielder was not attacking the ball, again moving to the outfield. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I think with 7 down, you don't want to take a chance. So I guess,
Especially if both of your batsmen are
Right.
doing really good. They are hitting every ball.
run out is a cardinal sin, I feel.
So this is gonna be a big question over here: who to give the bowling?
I would give it to Jasneet at this
Oh,
point
I
of
think
time.
he's the one bowling. He
Yep.
has the ball in his hand. Looks like he's the one who's gonna
He
take
should
the
have bowled.
responsibility.
He should have bowled. Yep.
I would say 6 out of 6 will be the slow deliveries here.
Yes. And outside off stump, that's one of the things he does really well. He doesn't give. He uses this DCL diamond really well. He knows that the maximum he can get hit
On
the offside is 2.
Is 2 or 1, especially
Yep.
with these batsmen and a power play going
Correct.
on. He would make sure that he bowls that leg cutters, just pitches and goes out
Yep.
away from the batsman.
So 22 overs, we are at 83 for 7.
No, 87.
87 for 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're well
What
on
a
their way to get
turnaround
that
of
100
events
run
in the
mark.
last few
Yeah,
overs.
over 100 now. And now I think the revised target would be 110. Oh, around the wicket and a leg spinner, and that's a wide. So even Jussie is human.
Yeah, didn't come out this time.
Again, I think the around the wicket is just a tactic to just get
Yeah.
offside
No, he's
the batsman.
thinking on the right lines.
No,
it's
but
just the
why? I
execution is not
disagree.
right.
I think with the leg side open, why would you go around the wicket?
Yeah, not-
That's a freebie.
I
He
think
just
he's
has
trying to angle outside. He didn't pitch it correctly.
see.
It kind of
Nice
cuts down the
shot.
angle for swinging. I think the around the bowling, if you execute it well.
Yeah, that's the part. Is like execution is very tough, especially like if you get it one wrong, especially to Pandedi.
Yeah, especially
He's
to
gotta
these
go.
guys. They are gonna not
This will be
give you
interesting to
any
watch
margin
now.
for
Yeah,
error.
I would
This
still.
will be interesting to watch Dinesh facing
Yeah,
Jaspreet
this is an
here.
interesting contest.
So he does know. He does know that Pandedi is going over.
Yeah,
Deep
he's
square leg,
setting
deep mid wicket,
fieldings
okay.
on two sides on the
Right,
leg. The
right.
last over, Dinesh split between the two fielders. They were just 10 yards apart, and he could still get a boundary right in the middle.
Around the wicket and a
This
full
time,
toss.
Straight
That's
to
a
the fielder on mid wicket. So just a single.
just a single. That was another one which I think Dinesh would be disappointed with missing out.
Yeah.
He could have deposited that out of the ground.
Especially looking at the wind coming towards us, towards the boundary, it seems like you need something around 100, 110 over here.
And bring it to the fact that the ground has dried up a little bit. It's
Yeah.
definitely much better than what it was in the
In the
beginning
start
of this
the
innings.
day, yeah.
Jasneet again around the wicket, and that's a huge shot
Shot.
over, coming towards the long on boundary,
And
long
boundary.
on boundary, and that is just trickles out.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a boundary.
the ground there helping the ball roll over. If it was in the grass, that wouldn't have passed.
Yep. And again, that
What a
angle
shot.
provided it, and a good execution. Yeah, I was thinking it would probably go over the fence for 2 runs, but it was straight
So,
enough.
Just need
Perfectly
executing correctly the shot going on the off stump.
Yep.
But still,
He has been thinking about leg side all along, and this
yeah.
shot came on
But
the
that
offside.
big, again, they don't have a long off. If he really thinks he can ball that ball, he should keep one on the off.
No, I think it's a gamble basically. I think he's
Yeah.
thinking that everybody's going to go leg side. Look at the way Vijay is standing. He's just basically keeping his foot outside the leg stump, and that's not. Oh, that could have been a second.
That's a brilliant fielding effort there.
Good
from
effort
Sahesh.
in the
Sahesh.
puddle.
Hard thing for the batsman here is the grass is so thick and long, and with that dampness, you don't know how much the ball will travel.
Right.
Right. So it's always a risk taking a double over here. .95 for 7. I think one more ball left in this over. No, 2 more balls. I'm sorry. The first one was a wide.
So Dinesh to Jasneet. This is a ball to watch. What a shot!
Ball, what a shot.
That would have been a 4 in any cricket ground except DCL.
in any other cricket ground.
Yes. That was a screamer.
Yeah, that was hit very powerfully. But again, good thinking by Jasneet.
Yep.
Again, he's trying to angle on the off. So the ball is always going away from the batsman. So in a power play scenario with these big hitters, I think it's still very good bowling.
Alright, Vijay is standing like Hardik Pandya does. And he's got it over the fielder, just over the fielder for a single.
Just
So he
over
keeps the
bottom
strike.
fielder. Keeps the strike for next over. End of the 22nd over here.
I think
Indus
looking back, I think
97 for 7 now.
looking back at it, I think Indus has really done really well after losing those initial 3 wickets
Initial
because they're
wickets,
yeah,
down and
I
under.
agree.
And I think that's what the champion teams do. They bats down like almost till
Yeah,
10.
they have very deep batting. So usually they would send players, hitters, I would say, not the ones who would rotate and be the crux of the innings.
Yeah, if you could rotate the camera and see the body language of KRCC fielders, You can already
just
see,
down,
they already
just gone
see
down.
his shoulders dropping.
So our cameraman is
Just,
helping us.
yeah, just hunt for people who are down. Especially. KRCC fielders, definitely you see a lot of hands on the hips.
Yeah, young fielder coming in.
Look at how everybody is standing now. Initially, the first 4 overs, there were screams and yelling, and
I'm sorry to say, 23 overs done over here. Power play done. Last 2 overs left. 97 for 7. They still have good batting. Indus, so they're just gonna go full.
See, again, like
wow, this is another
from here.
bold move to give
see, KRCC
Ronak
is-
now
Yeah.
in the power play. The
No,
option.
power play is done, right?
Power play is done.
Oh, it's done. Okay.
Yeah, 4 fielders. You can already see 5 fielders in the deep.
Yeah, there are 4 manning the leg side boundary.
Yeah, and then 1 on the long off. So 5 fielders in the deep. Everyone is in the deep now. 2 more overs left. I think Sahesh is gonna take the last over. So Ronak was the right choice over here.
Okay.
But for some reason, I always think that he has been underutilized.
Yep.
Yeah, I
For-
think
for
he
the
should
caliber of his
have.
bowling.
He should bowl his 5 overs.
Yep.
This is just ball 3 overs this, so he's not even. Someone has
Now the
chosen
pressure is
wrong
on,
bowler.
and he is experienced. So let's see if he uses that experience. The good ball,
Nice
outside
ball.
off stump, didn't give that pace.
One good thing for KRCC is like there's no pace here, so a good chance of getting a wicket.
That looks like someone incorrectly. Okay, they're gonna change now.
The cardinal sin which Ronak could do is bowl him right in the slot.
Yeah, just 2 overs for Ronak before this, so he still had 3 overs.
So if he
left.
bowls anywhere close to his arc, the ball is disappearing. And that's a good change of pace. It's up in the air. Who's claiming it? Oh, it's going to fall right in between 3 fielders. Oh my God. And they slip.
And they're
This-
gonna go for 2.
This would have been a catch on any other day, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that would have been a catch because that did fall exactly in between.
It would have
But
been a hard one.
hard
but yeah,
one,
at
yes.
least it could have been an attempt.
That's the 100 up for Thunders. As you see,
So the
Here the
psychological
cheers.
barrier has been achieved by Indus Thunders, crossing that 100 run mark.
Yeah, it's a
They are well
golden
on their
bat
way
for
for
them.
110, 115 here. All runs from here are bonus for, in my opinion.
Yeah, amazing strike rate by both batsmen. Dinesh Panditi 25 of just 16 balls. Vijay 11 of 8 balls.
but good
It's
change
a
of pace
perfect
by
end
Ronak. He's
to
doing the
the
right
innings.
thing, not giving pace outside off stump. Perfect ball.
Nice ball.
That would
There
have
is
been a stumping
experience
if
for
it
you.
was another keeper, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure as to why Yogesh is not. Now he's standing up. That's too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
Damage is already done.
Yes.
The stump has already
And
been
I
missed.
think it's because of the pressure that maybe Ronak didn't communicate because he generally, when he starts, he wants the keeper up front.
So I would like to see Dinesh until the end because even 1 or 2 big hits from here will just.
Yep.
add
He
to
should,
the
yeah, he should basically pick his ball. I think right now he's probably going for every ball.
Nice shot.
That's going to
Into
be
the
tricky
gap.
for Sahesh again in the puddle. That's a good pick up and throw. Saved a single.
Definitely saved a single over here. 4 balls, 4 runs. So not that bad for Indus.
Yes.
Even if they get 1 good hit in the last 2 balls, it's gonna come out to be a very good over for Indus.
But I think that's the experience of Ronak coming
Yeah,
here,
really
bowling
good
this
deep
over.
death bowling, I would say. Yeah, at this point where everyone is going for at
And
least
that's
10,
exactly
12
my
runs and
point
over.
as to why he was not bowled. I don't know why Josh. I mean, Josh bowled well, but
Another good ball. Just a single.
You just need pleading to the umpire that it's the end of the over.
Jasneet is. He's
Pressure is
he's
showing
praying.
up on
He's,
KR.
he's more. He's more hoping.
He wants this over to end soon, and that probably they're bowling.
Yeah. Let's see how it ends. I think that's going to be crucial. And that's a huge one.
Shot.
Outside the
That's
ground. Outside the
way
dugout.
outside the
In
ground.
the parking lot. The game is
What a
tilted.
massive hit. What a massive hit to end the over. And that's exactly what I was saying. Even if they take singles and doubles and they get that 1 hit, brings the over of 5 runs to 11 runs now. and brings the total to 108 with still 1 over left.
Woo! That is amazing recovery.
It's a great comeback, to be honest. Like at one stage there were two runs for 3 wickets, and then 24 overs, 108 for 7. That's an amazing.
So we have a game over here, guys. Anyone who lives close by to Novi, we welcome you to come and watch the game over here. It's a really great weather. The sun is shining bright now,
And we have pizzas.
Yeah,
have
that's the
free
important.
food.
That's the most important thing. And samosas too. We just got informed that there are samosas too and fruities. Fruity also. We have got great sponsors
Yeah,
here.
you have everything over here. Just please come and enjoy. It's just the atmosphere over here is just electric. The game has changed in the last 4 or 5 overs. This is gonna be a cracker of a game now.
And one thing, like Paddev was mentioning already, is the body language of KRCC. That's starting to.
Yeah,
drop
you see a
shoulders.
lot of people on the hips now. A lot of people who were earlier all eager to give in, suggestions are now staying away from any suggestion.
Yeah.
So I
So
think at
Sahesh
least
coming for his
15 run
final over.
coming up, guys. What is your take on this? 15 run over. The last
Another
over.
15 run over. That
I
would,
think Sahesh
that-
is
if that
better
happens,
than
I think
that.
that puts it past KRCC. If this goes for anything over 10 runs, I think it would be.
So let me ask a different question. From here on, like, what do you think KRCC would be looking at? Like a safe target to.
115.
I mean, the safe target is already gone.
Yeah.
They know
So
that it's gonna be a
it
hard
was
game for
interesting.
them
Yogesh
now.
had said they would be happy under 100. So I think they're only 8-9 runs over.
Okay.
Yeah, but every run counts over here. This is
Yeah, I mean
DCL
the way it's been made, in the psychologically. Oh,
What
beautiful
a shot into the gap, but there's a fielder over
yeah.
there. Sorry, I couldn't see that fielder. 5 fielders in the deep now, so there is a square leg. I would say 2 mid wickets, a long on and a long off.
So do you think KRCC should change their batting order for any of this, or?
I think they can try Tamim Oni at the
They
start.
will.
With the power play, it would make a big difference if you send someone who can hit and get them the start they
Maybe
need.
we'll get to that in the break.
So what is the rule for the maximum number of fielders that can be on the leg side?
I think
that's
not more than
5.
6.
Not more than 6?
No,
Can
I
you
think
check?
not more than 5.
They're already 6 here. No, the 5?
They only have 5.
Oh,
4
yeah,
fielders in
oh,
the
yeah,
deep
yeah,
and
yeah.
only 1. So 5 is the maximum you
5,
can get on the
okay.
leg side. And they are at the maximum. Good shot.
Okay, so far so good for Sahesh.
Yeah, I
3
think
runs of the overs.
this over is not gonna go for any big shot.
How many balls
Let's
do we
see
have
if
left?
Vaibhav
Vaibhav's
really
curse
good.
works.
How many
Let's
balls
see
do
if
we
you
have
have
left?
lost it.
2 more.
Vaibhav just said that it's this so far so good over.
2 more balls left. So just 3 runs in this over. An amazing over till now. Good shot.
Wow, great shot.
I would have. I think he would have hoped it would have hit the fence and gone for 4 from there.
But he is retaining the strike, so that's good. Yeah. Break ke baad. Last ball of the innings.
5 runs of the over. Just 5 runs, I would say, considering.
The pressure is going to be on Vihar.
He is the closest to the commentary box here, so.
Oh, very
lovely
nice ball.
to end the over.
Very
Just
nice
5 runs of the over. Amazing spell by Sahesh. Just 13 runs of 5 overs.
Yep.
So
It's a good end in the.
Yeah, I think Yogesh will settle with that. With the way 21st and 22nd over went, I think he'll settle with the 113. It was going to 120, so they've dragged it a few runs behind. But still, all in all, a great recovery from Indus.
yeah.
Yeah, Dinesh.
Yeah, so again, 113 for 7. KRCC will be looking at 114 to chase down and win the championship. And I think there is a big ask to be honest, bringing in the pressure. Looking at the finals pressure, adding on to that. And I think they were at 35 for 5 at the 12 over break.
Yeah, if you look at the batting bomb.
And then they scored 78 runs in the 13 overs after the break. So that's a tremendous recovery.
Yeah.
And good comeback by Indus.
Look at that batting bomb line in the end. It just
Skyrocketed,
skyrocketed in the end. Look at that start of the first 4 and 5 overs and look at how it ended. It's just an amazing way.
It was after probably the 18th over, right, when it all began. I think
Yeah.
18 through 22. I think 22 or 23 were the biggest.
I think
Yeah,
they were
for the
at
biggest.
63
Very
at
good.
the end of 20 overs. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
because we were talking about 37 runs in the 5 overs, and
Right,
that's when
yeah.
they started launching. So I think they got close to
Yeah,
40
look
runs
at
in the
those
last
big
5 overs.
lines in the
Right.
last 4 overs. That's just.
ए किशोर क्या करना है? ये जो रोटेट कर रहा है ये लेके जाओ.
किधर लेके
मतलब इधर आ रहा है. इधर तक जाएगा?
बढ़िया
Huh?
sir.
मैं कैमरा
हाँ, okay. So we are going to have the man of the moment, Dinesh Pendeti, join us for a few quick comments. Stay tuned. He's going to be here with us shortly.
This innings break.
Yeah. Hot seat. So can you bring up stats for Dinesh? Maybe batting. Can we get the batting score? Please?
Okay, yeah.
So welcome Dinesh. That was a tremendous innings. Like what is running through your mind?
So thanks
At this
again
point.
first. So I mean, I know if we can get around like 75 or 80 with our bowling, we could able to defend the thing. And once I went there, ball was coming little bit slow because it was a little damp. First couple of balls, I mean, I used to play more pace, right? So first couple of balls I couldn't able to time it. Then later once I start timing it, so it was coming onto the bat. So I adjusted myself, and once I hit a couple of balls, then I'm on top of the ball, so I could sight it properly. And then once we get the 75-80 target, then I was a little bit relaxed. And then whatever we get above 80, it's going to be a additional value to the team. And then at the end again, Gopu really supported well. Vijay batted really well. So yeah, all I can say is it's good wicket to bat. Only thing is it's coming little bit slower than what we expect. Yeah.
So you scored 35 runs from 22 balls. That is more than run a ball, and I think your innings definitely changed the course and the momentum of this game here. Do you think 113 is enough for you to defend?
I mean, it's a final game. I don't say it's I don't say that they cannot chase it, but it's again a good score to defend in a final game. So they are equally well. They have good batsmen, and they are a good team. So we try our best to defend it, but I feel 113 is a reasonable score to defend.
So at the 12-over break, your score read 35 for 5. You lost quite a few batsmen who were scoring for you this season. And what was the thought process in the dugout at that point? 12 overs.
I mean, if the message was if we play 25 overs, we're gonna get good amount of runs. Though we lost early wickets, and we were like 35 at break, we had a good batsmen in the end. So we never really bothered about the wickets. Only thing was we wanted to play 25 overs, and then we did it, and fortunately we got a defendable total.
Again, maybe a redundant question, but at the halfway mark, at the 12-over mark, what was your target in mind? Like what was the comfortable score that you
We
guys wanted?
were thinking around 85.
85. Okay. So now you ended up scoring 113. So that's in the second half, 13 overs, you guys scored almost 80 runs. So I think that was a brilliant comeback. And what is your thought on the outfield? Like, what do you think?
Outfield is really bad. Inside the circle, it's good, but outfield, I think it's we have to be very cautious. It's very damp, and it's dangerous to run across.
Okay, looks like we might have to let you go, Dinesh. But again, a fantastic innings and a great comeback, and helping your team put up that huge score. And good luck for the second innings.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
So that was Dinesh Pandeti, guys, who led his team from the front and helped score them 113 runs. I think 114 for KRCC in the second half will definitely be a daunting task. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break. So we can bring any guests if you want now. Okay, welcome back all the viewers. We have Jasneet Singh with us here. So what do you think of this score, Jasneet?
I think Indus Thunders did pretty well to recover from where they were actually at the halfway mark after a torrid start at the up front in the first 3-4 overs. I think they recovered pretty well. But if you divide the innings into two halves, I think the first half belonged to KRCC, the second one to Indus Thunder. I think because of that, the target is still pretty much, I would say 50-50. There is nothing that could be taken from either side. You can't have a perfect complete 25 overs every time. So when you don't have them, you make sure that you either push the opponent backwards in the first 5-7 overs or towards the death. The death belonged to them, but I think we did pretty well in the initial overs to set them backward, and I think that's the result that we are chasing 114, which is pretty achievable. Batting is pretty good with KRCC. They bat deep, we bat deep, and I think pitch also has eased up pretty much. All the moisture in the pitch, which was making the bounce uneven, has settled down, because you guys all have seen that with how clearly until the pace is taken off from the balls or you bowl a really tight length, everything is hittable out of the park. So I think both teams are in the game, both are backing their strengths, and we back ourselves also that we can achieve this target.
So can you walk us through the first initial stages of the game? You were right in the zone, picked up crucial wickets in the beginning, 3 wickets, there were 2 runs, 3 wickets down, you got the most important batsman Praveen Bangera. And then from there, what do you think went wrong?
I think more than what went wrong was, I pretty much feel from the very beginning, I mean, following Indus Thunders for the last few years, they have individuals who are mentally pretty strong. They know that a good team always don't win the game by 10 wickets. Like, it's not always the job of openers who can do the job for them. So they have been playing T-ball cricket so much that they know that with the scorecard reading 70 for 2 or scorecard reading 5 for 3, their individuals are being told that you can play your natural game, you can stabilize. They have players who can play each and every role. So I think they did pretty well. There were a few overs which where we could not capitalize with the sort of lengths we should have hit at around over number 6 to 12 maybe. But I personally don't think we bowled that bad. Plus a couple of half chances, which always, I mean, with 150 balls we are not professional, so every time, and the outfield is not even up to the mark for what it should have been in the finals. But keeping everything in mind, I think more than going wrong, I think they kept themselves, in spite of that initial flurry with KRCC got them back. They still kept themselves in the game with 35 for 5 in the break, and we knew in the break that for them to cross the two-figure mark, I think Manoj is the key. He hit a 6 and a 4 coming right after the break, and then afterwards Dinesh stole the show. So with the players like Dinesh, I guess when they are on song, either you do something crazy out of the skin, take a catch that is the catch of the tournament, or you just admire. So we tried our best. We tried to bowl the lengths that he could not hit, but he got under the ball almost every time, and as a result that they are here. So more than anything wrong, I think credit has to go to their batsmen as well.
Again, not wanting to take much time from you, I think I see the players already lining up there, but one last question, like what do you think is the mantra or the strategy that you will go through in the second innings?
I think with the pitch easing out, and chase is a two-way sword, is a two-faced sword. I think I personally, what I like about chasing is it gets the best out of you. So even if there are 40 required in the last 5 overs, while you are batting first, you always think that okay, 40 is not achievable in 5. But you do special things when you know what is at stake. And I think chase gives you that extra strength, extra beauty. So I think the mantra would be stay in the game. Don't get into a situation where you are already chasing the game and an opponent is feeling that they can bowl 6 balls in a particular length. So even if you are scoring at 3 runs per over and the required rate in the last 6-7 overs is around 6, I think that's pretty achievable. That's the mantra I personally believe in. So I think all individuals has their different agenda, but I think if needed, with 4-5 wickets in hand, if we are needed 6 overs, 7 overs, 50 odd runs, I think we back ourselves.
So again, from Jasneet here, guys, all the best for your second innings, and good luck.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Again, all the viewers, from what you have heard from Jasneet, definitely they are confident that they will chase this down. So, an exciting chase here, guys. So, stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.